Larissa, co-owner of Cheery Bird Vintage, has contacted me to see if I would like to receive and review her Junk Journaler's Delight subscription box. As you can see from the box here, I was happy to oblige, and how could I not? Welcome, this is Barbara from Vienna, Austria. So Larissa is located in Texas and ships worldwide. She has been an upcycle paper artist for years, but is relatively new to junk journaling and has been addicted ever since. We know how that goes, right? She loves that she can find inspiration here on YouTube, on channels like mine. And since May 2020, she is in the subscription box business. Each box is hand-curated and packed by herself with 40 to 60 pieces of 100% unique vintage ephemera and trim for your junk journal or art projects. She wrote me that one of her greatest joys comes from finding a beautiful purpose for old discarded items. Instead of having these items fill up our landfill, we can give them a new life. Now that's a lady of my heart, and I think our community can relate to that so well. So Larissa, may I officially welcome you to this amazing junk journal community. You are definitely one of us. So Larissa offers a 1 month, 3 month, or 6 month subscription box. And you can also have it sent to a loved one as a gift, which might be a great option for the coming holidays for you. Each month, you'll receive a selection of vintage material such as postcards, letters, stamps, photos, recipes, advertisements, maps, buttons, lace, ribbon, rickrack, and much, much more. Each box also includes a handmade, ready-to-use junk journal component like a tag, a pocket, an embellishment clip, etc. So if you are curious and would like to check out this box, you can find a 10% discount coupon code and an affiliate link in the description box below the video. This means that I will receive a small commission for any orders you make through this link with no additional cost to you, and it greatly helps out my small creative business as well, helping me to create more videos for you. So thank you in advance in case you use my code. But now let us stop chatting and check out what is in here. I am so curious. This box has been sitting here for a while, and it's been very hard to wait to open it. Maybe I take all this out. Well, let's first look at this. So Cheery Box Vintage, that's their logo. Thanks so much for your purchase. Aww. So we are a small family-owned business committed to providing superior service to our customers. If you have any questions or concerns with your purchase, please contact us immediately at team@cheerybirdvintage.com. I will add this in the description box as well. They are also on eBay, so I will add that to the subscription to the description box as well. And here we already have one goodie. What is this? The box is so cute already. It looks like it was handmade, hand folded from paper. Oh, look at this. We already have some scraps of some fabric. So this is very sheer. This almost feels like silk. And then we have this vintage stripy one. And then we have some vintage buttons. I must say, I love that all these items are truly vintage items, not like any other subscription box that I have seen before, where the items are made new to look like they're vintage, but they're not. And these are actually vintage items that probably would have been thrown out. So I love that so much about this box. Okay, I'll just take all this stuff out and then maybe take everything out of the box so it's easier to look at. So let's have a look at everything. I'm so curious. Oh, there's some more packaging. So we have some envelopes, it looks like. Some handmade envelopes. And there's a cute photo. I love these black and white photos. Then we have a vintage playing card. Oh, with a cute owl. How cute is she? Ah, I love her. Perfect for autumn. So we have, what do we have here? One envelope. Yeah, so these are obviously hand folded from dictionary pages. Love that. And here's a vintage, whoops, vintage card, postcard from Miners Castle, National Lakeshore, Michigan. Look at that. That looks vintage. I don't see a date here. No date. Ah, no. Here, 1969. Then we have another encyclopedia envelope with another card. And this one is Los Angeles Civic Center. No date on this one. Looks like also 60s, I would say. And a third envelope. Aha, this one is made from like a magazine page. Very sturdy. And this is a postcard, service firing howitzer, M17. I think for this one, I prefer this backside. I don't think I need this howitzer. It's from 1941. Yep, definitely prefer the backside on this one. Then we have some seam binding in purple. It is very purple. I might have to give that to one of my besties. You know who you are, because this isn't really my color, but I know someone that really loves that, so I think I'm going to gift this. Then we have a card here. It's like a scorecard, playing scorecard. Love that. Oh, this is our handmade item. So this is what Larissa made herself. Oh my goodness, how cute is that? Oh, this is so clever. So it's a pocket made out of a magazine, and it has 1, 2, 3 pockets. Obviously a fourth one because you can stick something behind the whole thing when you glue it on. And then you open this, you have some writing space here, and you have 2 adorable tags in here. This is such a different style to mine. I love it. This gives me so much inspiration. Wow. So Joey, if you're watching this, Joey DeFee, maybe this would be another pocket idea for you. Joey is the queen of pockets. So here's another small handmade envelope. What do we have in here? So there's a butterfly cut out. There's a crab. What is this? Milbourne's Game Craze. Okay, it's a vintage game. Or maybe it was supposed to be this mango. No, this is not a mango. This is a pomegranate. I always think they should be pronounced pomegranate because, you know, the seeds kind of explode in your mouth like a grenade. Here's a red clover. Super cute. Oh, what is this? Oh, huh. I've never seen something like this. So this looks like a mini hairpin, and she put it through this, what looks like a button. This is so interesting. Whoops. I guess this is vintage as well. I don't know if this is something that's common in the US, but I've certainly never seen a closure like this. So these are library cards. Love these. Super fun. And we have an old photograph. Okay, don't know where it is. It's an old house with a garden. Then we have this, ooh, what is this, a cardinal? I think it's a cardinal. E.T. 1982, Universal City Studios. Elliot. Another envelope. A bunch of postage stamps. Oh, that's a really pretty one. Look at this one. Love that. Okay. We have a blank receipt from Cibolo, Texas. I hope that's how you pronounce it. Old book page. Oh, that looks like Dutch. 1942, December. Macaroni Magic. That looks from an old cooking magazine. So these are some cutouts. Fun fashion. Old advertisements. Old comic books. Looks like Rin Tin Tin. Lots of different fun fonts, great for backgrounds for collaging or like a masterboard or something. This is really fun recipe. Oh, look at this. Yum. One day I want to make a recipe junk journal or a vintage cooking junk journal. That's been on my list for a while now. And here we have just a variety of vintage book pages. Beautiful, different font, different colors of the pages. Again, perfect for collaging or masterboards or making pockets, tags, whatever you want. That's nice too. An old magazine. We have some old music papers in Poland. And finally, we have an old atlas page of North and South America. So I'm actually going to count the items and let you know how many there are. Counting each item individually, meaning that, for example, with these envelopes, I'll count the envelopes as one and each piece in here as one, etc. And each separate piece of book pages at one item. I come up to over 80 different items, single items. So that's pretty good, actually. So I would say let's see what we can do with some of this beautiful supplies. Let me see what I can come up with and I'll be back. I was looking for a junk journal to work in and I found this one, which I have very sadly neglected for a really long time. This is one that is made by French Paper Creations. There's an Etsy shop and an Instagram account. I will try to link both of those in the description box as well. I love this format. It is extremely sturdy. Love the Tim Holtz paper on the front. I bought this journal, I think, end of 2018. And I started using it in January 2019. And this is my personal writing journal. And of course, I don't only write in it. I mean, some things were in here. Like, for example, these things were in here. This was in here. So it was already decorated to some extent, but obviously, since it's me, I couldn't just leave it. So I made some collages in here, like this one, for example, and I just, this one here. So I have enjoyed adding things and writing here, but I must confess, I just saw the last time I wrote in here was April 2020, I think. What was it now? Yeah, April 2020. So that was pretty much the beginning of the pandemic. I wrote a little bit about that, and that was it. I completely forgot about this journal. I don't have so much left. Here I did a mixed media spread. This one was done with the Your Creative Studio subscription box, which I used to get. I added some bits here and here. Oh, I love these. This is a style I still feel very connected to, and I haven't done anything in that style in a while. Okay, anyway, so I thought what I would like to do is, I mean, obviously the red cardinal pops out at me. I think he would go really well here. We have a red here on the opposite side to balance it. So I think that's what I'm gonna do. So I'm just gonna move some of this out of the way and let's get started. So I don't know yet if I will be working over to this page. Not sure yet, maybe partially with the background. So let's put him on the side, and I want to cover this page with different colors of book pages. So I picked out these 4 different ones, beautiful variety of shading here. Obviously we need a music page if we're going to add a bird. So I'm just going to tear these up and glue them down. And as always, I need to have my rectangles. I'm not just going to tear this randomly. I need things to have a certain shape. I don't know what that's about, but that's just how I collage. And if you're interested in one of these tearing rulers, please check the links below. They are super hard to find. I don't know if the links work at the time that you are watching this video. A lot of times they are sold out. I also have alternate links for acrylic ones, which I actually would prefer because then you would see through it and you see what's underneath, and if you're tearing straight, which I have an issue with this one. So check those out as well if you need a tearing ruler. I cannot imagine my life without a tearing ruler, to be honest. Maybe 4 is too much. Actually, I might just take this down. And I'm trying super hard not to overthink it, which is a huge challenge for me. But I don't want to sit here for hours for one page. I just don't think that's the point of junk journaling, is to overthink things and think about decisions for hours and hours. I don't know, that just doesn't seem right to me. But I know it's very hard to not do it if that's how you are. I totally get it. And also, of course, they don't all have to be faced upright. What am I doing? I really struggle with perfectionism. I don't know if you can relate, but I really, really struggle with that. So what I'm trying to do here is to get a variety of shapes and colors and font mixed up so that they're never next to each other. So for example, now down here, I could add another one of this here that I've already torn. This one, and let's be brave and put it sideways. And here we could add another one of these beige ones. And this, by the way, was in the book already, so that's not a collage that I made. So in here, I'm also paying attention that my edges are not straight. Like in this case, I cannot give you a reason for this. Maybe I think it looks more interesting. You see here, all my edges are different all the way around. That's just kind of what I feel like doing right now. I don't always do that. And let's see, if we put him there, we'll add some more, of course, but I think that should work well. Should I put another one, small one there? I don't know. Maybe a tiny piece of music. Let's turn it upside down. Yeah, I think I like that there. That space was just too empty. And I kind of like that it's going over into this page here. Okay, cool. So I'm just going to glue everything down. This time I'm using my glue stick. I don't know why. You might know I'm not a fan of my glue stick. I don't feel like using my precious art glitter glue. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to start from the top. Again, my top-down gluing method. And I'm not putting, I know you can't see me, I'm sorry, but it's not so interesting to watch me put glue on something, I think. I am not adding, oops, where's my crooked edge? Talking and working at the same time is difficult sometimes. Yeah, so what I wanted to say was I'm trying not to glue down all of my corners here. I want them kind of loose and messy. And so now I'm just going to lift that, put a little glue on the bottom. And I'm going to lift that and add a little more glue to this piece. So I'm being very loose with my gluing, just because that's what I want to do. It's so hard sometimes to give you reasons. Sometimes it's really just what I feel at the moment. For collaging, I've used many times in the past, for example, some gel medium, and then I would put that on everything, and everything would be stuck down really well to all the edges and all the corners. But at the moment, I'm not feeling that. So I think it's always good to go with your intuition. I kind of messed this up. This should have been out more. See, talking and filming at the same time is a challenge. So, and then slowly but surely, you'll have all the pieces connected. I don't remember how I had this. Let's just do this. Oh, I didn't see that. I had two music papers next to each other. Let's just change that up. I don't know if I moved it now or if I had it like this before, but I don't want that. So we can just do that. And lastly, we have this one. Okay, everything is connected. Now, if you wanted to, you could just put a little more glue where you think it's a bit too loose and you're afraid that it will fall apart. And then we'll just turn it around and maybe add some more glue from the back where I missed too much. Because we of course don't want it to fall apart. And now I'm going to add glue to the whole back. But also, again, not totally going to the corners, which anyway I find very difficult with a round glue stick. I know there are square glue sticks as well. I have one somewhere. I always forget to take it out. Well, I have that in my like travel art supplies. I haven't taken my art supplies anywhere since COVID. So sad. Obviously, there's like 100 different ways at least to make a collage or collage background, and this is just one of the many ones that I wanted to try. Okay, that looks good for me. So our bird will come here, but of course we want something else. Some more accents. So let me see if I can find anything. This red from these, it's not really the right red. This bright red, on the other hand, I think would work nicely. I forgot to show these. These were still left in the envelope. Don't really fit on our page. This is again the wrong red. I don't know. What about him? This is the right red, but I don't know how to integrate a pomegranate here. I will cut that out and see if I can make that work. Here I could imagine it. The fun thing about getting things like this is also that these are things that I wouldn't have and that maybe necessarily I wouldn't even have cut out, but having them sent to me kind of makes me want to, it makes me want to use them, of course, and also it makes me think differently because it's not something necessarily that I would have chosen, but now I want to work with it. So it just gives me more possibilities. This is from April 1971, a postage stamp. Kind of want to add this red clover as well, but I think I want to fussy cut it or kiss cut it a little bit. And then maybe we can stick it here, even though it's not the same red, but I think it's okay. So let me just do that. So I wanted to leave the red clover, so I just kind of cut around that. I think that looks okay. So let's see if we put it like this. What do you think? I kind of like it. It adds something here in this empty space. I think I will keep that. We also have these. I kind of like them. They seem like a good balance there. Do we want to add anything else? We could maybe add another one of these postage stamps. This one is 1972. Yep, I like that one. I'm going to glue everything down and then maybe add a sentiment, or let's see if we need to add anything else. There's buttons. There's even a red button. But I don't know if I want to, no, you know what, in this journal, I don't want it to get bulky. This is a writing journal. Okay, so I'm just going to glue everything down and then make some final decisions. I just noticed while gluing this postage stamp down, it's actually a German stamp, which is funny. And here, I love how this works out. Ring the, and then we have a bell here. That's awesome. Sometimes these things just kind of work out. And now I want to add a sentiment. I'm gonna go to my sentiment box, and I have one in mind, which is one of these black ones, which is here, salvaged, which I think is perfect. And for anyone who does not know what salvaged means, because English might not be your first language, salvaged means kind of like rescued. I think it's usually used more like for at sea, like cargo or something can be salvaged. I don't know if it's used differently as well, but I think this is perfect for these items which were salvaged from going to the landfill. So love that. And I would say this collage is done. I could even do a little bit of journaling here in this empty space here. So I think these items are a great option if you don't have access to flea markets or garage sales, estate sales, or flea markets or anything like that. You can have a box like this come to your doorstep every month. I think it's awesome. You'll get things you would have never found otherwise. So check out the links if you like what you saw, if you're curious. And if not, I hope you enjoyed a bit of collaging and that it inspired you to work in your own journals and not forget them like I forgot this poor little baby. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. Love you guys. Mwah. Mwah.